Hello, welcome everyone to the last video in this website. In this video, I'm going to explain about how to do the K-map. So, so in this example, we find ourselves with a truth table. In this truth table, we can see that there are three variables, which is A, B, and C, which means there are 8 different combinations. So, how do we do for the K-map from this truth table? So do it. Let's see. So we're going to decide if we're going to use the sub or the pause. So in this example, I'm going to use the sub. If it's going to be the pause, it will be just the same, but using only the zero in the pause. But if it is the sub SOP, it is using the one. The value of f is one. So let's use the SOP first. So here you can see that each term it is denoted as M0, M1, M2, M3, M4, M5, M6, M7. And here we can just transform this. Well, it is not transformed, but let us turn it into cells so we can put it together into a K-map later on. So first we are going to make the cells, which here we're going to decide what is the MLBs or the SL LSB. So the MSB is the most significant bit, while the LSB is the less significant bit. The MSB in this truth table is usually the most leftmost variable, which is here is the A. So A is the MSB. So let us say that here it is M0, so it is 0, and then the LSB is BC. So BC is 0 and 0 here. So it is A 0 and BC 0 0. That means it is M not capital 0. And this is for the first cell. Then the second one, we see here A is still 0 and B, C is 0 and 1. And it is M1 and so on for the other cells we're going to make. So it is based on the truth table. So let me make it first. So 0 is 0, this one 0, so this is M2, and then this is 0, and the cell is, and the BC is 1 1, which is M3, and then the fourth one and the fifth one is where A is 1, the cell, and BC is 0 0, which is M4, and then M5 is A is 1, where BC is 0 and 1, so M5, and then M6 is where A is 1 and BC is 1 0, which is M6, and the last is 1, and A is 1 and BC is also 1 1, so it is M7. And then after we get all these cells, we arrange it to like this table. So let me first make it. So when we arrange it, we can turn it to like this table. So because there are 8 combinations, so we must make 8 cells in this table. So there's already 8 cells here. With A, there's 0 and 1, and BC. Now, this is for each cell. So let us start the BC from 0 0. Okay, so the role in making in the K-map is where in the adjacent cells, which is right next to it, must not have the variables one more than one variable changing. So let us start from 0 0. Then the adjacent cell will be 0 1. Then the adjacent cell to it, it is not 1 0. Why? Because it's 1 0, that means there's two variables changing, and that means it is C is changing 1 to 0 and B is changing to 0 and 1, which is not allowed in the K-map. So what we're going to do is skip it. So only one variable changing, which is only B. So let's change it to this. So 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1. Here, only B is changing. Okay, next is, so the adjacent cell to this is, that means it is 1, 0. So that's how you arrange for the MSB and LSB in the K map for three variables. Then after you found after you arrange all the zeros and ones for the MSB and LSB, you input all the cells that is already written here, all of it, to the K map. So let's start. So 0, 0 with a 0 and BC 0, 0, which is M0, that's inputted, and 0, 0, 1, which is M1, that's inputted also. Then 0, 1, 1, which is M3, not M2. And the adjacent cell of the M3 is 0, 1, 0, which is M2. Then the next one where A is 1 and BC is 0, 0, which is M4. Then when A is 1 and BC is 0, 1, which is M5. Then where A is 1 and BC is 1, 1, which is M7. And then when A is 1 and BC is 1, 0, that means it is M6. After arranging all the midterms into it, all the M1, M0, M5, M7, and etc., we can just replace these M's into the values in this F, which corresponds to it. So let us substitute each M0, M1, M2, and all the M's, all the midterms in this K-map. So let us input it all. Just now this is M0. M0 is equals to 0. So let's input 0 here. This just now is M1. So let's input 0. M1 is 0. Then M2, which is equals to 1, which is here, because it is not here, because here it is M3. So this is 1. Then M3 is 0. So we put here is 0. Then M4, I just will make it here 0, because just now this is M4, because yeah, this 1 and 0, 0. And M5, it is also 1. Oh yeah, sorry. This M4 should be 1, and M5 is 1, and M7 is 1, M6 is also 1. After arranging the K-map, you can see there are zeros and ones. Here, after arranging the K-map, we want to solve for the SOP. If the POS, the POS form, you can just just pair up the zeros. But when you want to search for the SOP or the sub form, we just need to pair up the ones. So let's round up the ones. So here we can only pair only one pair of ones, or two pairs of ones, four pairs of ones, eight pairs of ones, and etc. With the formula of 2 to the power of n. So here it is how. So here it is called as implement. So we can round this up, pair them up with the adjacent cell to it. So here we can pair this one up, these ones, and also this ones. After pairing all the ones, you can say this is as implement 1 and this as implement 2. We can name this implements. After that, we can solve for the SOP. In the K-map, we can when we use the K-map, it will result in the minimal form of the SOP form. So when we put it here, we can add all the implements. So in the SOP form, the sub form is the summation. So that means implement 1 plus implement 2. All the summation of all the implements. Here it is 1. Implement 1. How do we decide? So here we decide which variables is not changing. So we can see here BC is 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, because all here is here, which It is here when implement 1, it is only the A is changing and the A is not changing, but the B and C is changing. So here we can say this in the implement 1 as A is, so implement 1 is equals to A, and implement 2, the variables that isn't changing is actually BC, because here the A is changing from 0 to 1, while the BC is only 1, 0 only and did not change. But in the SOP, because it is 0, the C is 0, so it must be written as BC complemented. So this is the minimal form of the SOP. So that's all for this video. Also, and I actually want to thank everyone for listening and hearing my explanations for all the pages. And that's all from me. So thank you all. Goodbye.